This is Bijan Robinson, and he's the man, as you can see him saying. He's also handsome, funny, kind, has great muscles. He's a great football player. That's what I meant. If you follow the NFL, fantasy football, or the Atlanta Falcons, then this comes as no surprise. But what if I told you he's actually better than you might think he is? I'd say you're crazy because I already love him and he's the man. But I did a little digging, and it turns out he is, in fact, better than I thought at first. So let's start with since he came to the league in 2023. He has 9 150 plus scrimmage yard games since then. That's tied for first with Puka Nacua and Derrick Henry, ahead of guys like Gibbs, Barkley, Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, you name it. So, we all know he's great at getting scrimmage yards, but here he is. He's tied for first since his rookie year. In his rookie year, he didn't even get used a ton. Also, since his rookie year, he's tied for first in 175 plus scrimmage yard games with Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor, ahead of guys like Chase, Puka, CMC, Barkley. Again, he wasn't really utilized too much in his rookie year, and if you look, he had all 5 of these games this past season. So he only needed one season to tie guys like Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor, who both needed at least 2. And he's second in 125 or more scrimmage yard games since 2023. I don't know why I didn't do this one first, but anyway, he's only one behind CMC. He's ahead of guys like D. Hank, Puka, James Cook, Brees Hall. So, again, not too many his rookie year, but he's still second, only one behind CMC, and we all know that guy can rack up yards. And another thing I thought was interesting, he has the 5th highest total amount of 150 plus scrimmage yard games before turning 24, tied with guys like JT, JJ, Ray Rice, one behind Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, a few behind Zeke. So he is in pretty good company. Of course, he would have had to done a lot more of this if he wanted to be up there with someone like Barry Sanders, but that's Barry Sanders, so I think he's doing pretty good. Also, before the age of 24, he's tied for second in games with 100 rush yards and a 60% success rate, only one behind Barry Sanders. So now he's in really elite company with this stat. He's still ahead of guys like Clinton Portis, Jamal Charles, Edgerrin James, JT, Gibbs. So this stat, yeah, he's doing real well. You don't hear about success rate too much, but he has been very efficient rushing the ball up to this point in his career. Before the age of 24, he has the second most receiving yards in NFL history, behind only Christian McCaffrey, who, yeah, that makes sense. But he's ahead of guys like Alvin Kamara, Gibbs, Marshall Faulk, Le'Veon Bell. These guys are good receiving backs, and Bijan has them all beat. He just had over 800 yards this year, and he's just been one of the most versatile backs in the league. Now, here's the one I really thought was awesome. He has the most scrimmage yards before turning 24 in NFL history. Had of guys like CMC, Barry Sanders, Clinton Portis, Emmitt Smith, Justin Jefferson. So I was actually shocked to see this. I knew that he just had, I think, the 12th most scrimmage yards in a season this past year, but to be first before turning 24, he is definitely in elite company on this list. And here's a graph showing total touches versus EPA per touch. If you're not familiar with EPA, it's just expected points added. So every play has a value. Touchdowns are very positive value, and interceptions, fumbles, pick sixes are very negative value based on how many expected points the team would get based off that play. And Bijan, as you can see circled, is very high up in the touches area, so he's a high volume back, but he's also very efficient. The dotted red line is the average of these guys, so on average per touch, they have negative EPA, but Bijan is up in the elite group that does have positive EPA. And if you look at the teams around him, CMC on the 49ers, JT on the Colts, Cook on the Bills, the Ravens, the Lions, the Rams, Swift up there at the Bears. Those are good teams, good offenses, and Bijan is still in that elite tier on a pretty mediocre Atlanta team, middle of the road, basically everything. They had a starting tackle out for the year. Their coaching hasn't been good. Quarterback play hasn't been good. But he's still able to overcome this and be one of the most efficient backs in the league. Some other miscellaneous stats from the 2025 season. He has 10.8 yards after catch per reception, second in the league. 257 rush yards over expected, third in the league. 857 yards after catch, first in the league. And 10 broken tackles after a reception, which is tied for second in the league. So a lot of impressive stuff from him, really. A lot of it has to do with his scrimmage yards and receiving ability, but he's seriously a dual threat. He is an excellent rusher, but where he excels is being able to catch the ball as well. So I wanted to just give him his flowers because he's probably my favorite player in the league. And once I dug a little deeper, I was like, wow, this is really getting impressive. So I hope after watching this video, you guys feel the same way. Let me know what you want to see next, and thank you for watching.